Hello out there. We are live, and I am so pleased to share that I'm here with this beautiful, creative woman, Katie, who creative artist and mother, who is a graduate of my 90-day transformation program. And she is here to empower other women to see what she did to create some major change in her life. And I will let Katie do more of the talking. So hi, Katie, how are you today?
Hi, great. I'm happy to be here and share where I've been and where I'm excited to be going.
Well, we loved having you. We had a blast with you and your beautiful personality. And you were very raw and open and vulnerable. And that's what it takes in these programs to really create change. So you were definitely someone we'll remember having as a part of the program. So let me ask you though, and for others out there, like what made you even want to get into the 90-day transformation program to begin with? And where were you at in your life at the time? Like what was the trigger to even do it?
Well, I feel like I reached out to schedule a breakthrough call because something inside me just knew that I couldn't do what I wanted to do by myself. I know that 2020 was a really hard year for everybody, but the first half of the year for me was really hard. And I lost my job. My daughter had some health issues. And after that, I just wasn't sure what to do or where to go, even though I knew myself. I didn't know how to get that out of me or how to, what my next steps would be to get to a better place. So I just needed help kind of peeling back those layers. And so I feel like that's what we did. And it was great.
Awesome. So so you had a rough 2020, like you said, a lot of people did. It really throws you. I mean, one of the coolest things about the challenge of 2020 is I think many of us went to a place where we wanted to look deeper within and we wanted to like know more about ourselves and look at how we were living and how we wanted to be living. Was there anything specific? Well, you said you lost your job. I mean, that's a big thing. Your daughter had some health issues. Was there any specific result you were looking for when you did a breakthrough session with me? You booked your first free call. That was your first step. You booked a free call.
Yeah, I think doing that, I didn't know what was out there, but I was just open to learning. And then I feel like our conversation dug in and I was just like, okay, I think you can help. So there I was.
So, did I help?
Yes. Yes, I feel
Yeah, I just want to say, like, it helps people that are viewing to say, is this something that I would help me or would it not? So like you were at this place where you didn't know what was next. And then where did you end as a result of doing the 90 days? How are things different? How did they shift? How were you impacted?
I feel like everything shifted from being a member of the program. It helped me to uncover kind of what I really wanted, even though I knew in my heart, I never allowed myself to go there because it didn't seem practical, or I had all sorts of rules around what success meant to me. And to realize I could actually follow my heart and turn that into something was huge. And just being in this group with other women also uncovering the same thing. And even though we're in many other, we're in different stages, and it just happened to be the group that we were in was all women, but we were all in different stages. We were able to support each other in that growth too. So it was great.
There's a lot of power in the group that, I don't get to take the credit for. It's just the one thing I can say is that I get to bring them together, and having women together for a specific purpose, which is finding their purpose and bettering themselves. I think there's magic just in that, and that you don't realize when you're not, you haven't been part of a group and you might want one-on-ones for, but you get in that group and I love that you spoke to that, is all I'm saying.
Well, and I think you and your team also help guide us and pull out and push us to ways that were uncomfortable. But that's the only place that growth happens. So it was amazing.
Oh, good. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, because you don't do it on your own. Like, you can't make that shift of going to those places that are uncomfortable through your own thought patterns.
Right.
So let me ask you, how, going backwards just a little bit, how were these things that were happening, externally, like, I guess, the job loss, the 2020 quarantine, your daughter, how was all of this impacting you as a woman? How was it impacting your life?
Um, it impacted everything. I feel like I was doing everything for everyone else, and I was not taking care of myself. I couldn't. I was not, I'm just going to be honest, out here to the internet universe. I just was not in a good place mentally. Like, it was hard. And I think that you can't then be your best for other people if you can't even take care of yourself or be your best for you. And with this uncovering of kind of things that I've always loved and actually putting time and effort behind doing them, I feel like I've stepped back into the person that I was before, where I was better for others because I was worrying about myself.
Yeah. So you were able to be there more for others in your life,
Right.
like your family. Are you referring to family,
Right.
friends?
Yes.
Yeah. Show up as the woman you always are underneath it all, the real you, the vibrant, beautiful, empowered, creative you. So what did you create, or what did you change as a result now? Not only by, yeah, go ahead.
For what I've changed, I feel like I've gained so much confidence. I've gained confidence in my own self, believing that people actually like what I'm doing, like creating art and people love it. Like, that gave me so much confidence, but then also understanding that it may not be for everybody, and that's okay. So it's like just being strong in my own skin and understanding that, I don't know the right way to say it, just like it's okay to be me. I think that's it. Like, I'm okay being me, and I'm enough. And I feel like prior to this, I had one reason after another of why I shouldn't, I couldn't, I didn't. And now I'm like, I can do anything. I just have to put the action behind it. And I believe that I can now. And I don't think I believed in myself before in the same way.
So believing in yourself is pretty big because it impacts everything. So am I understanding correctly that, like, when you first came to me, like, many women come to me to build a soul calling business, six-figure soul calling business is one of the things that help people do, find their purpose, monetize their passion, create prosperity. But you might have been, what I hear you saying is, you were really just coming to, you weren't sure what it was you wanted to uncover, but there was something that
Right.
nudged you to come.
Right. And I think the desire to have a business was on my heart. I just may not be ready to jump in full force, and that's okay too. And I think holding myself to unrealistic standards, which I've done a lot, is okay to let go of old stuff like that, but yet I can do more than I thought I could in starting something that wasn't here several months ago.
Did you create something new?
I did create something.
Business?
I created something, Katie's Creative Collective.
Ah, so you can find her, audience.
Yeah.
Katie's Creative Collective.
Yes. So
Sounds an art. Yes.
I've been doing custom pet portraits and creative, like dried wreaths. And I'm looking to create a group to help people uncover creativity in their everyday life. And that's more to come in the future. But that's what's kind of crazy. Like, this was not anything uh, that I believed I could do 3 months ago.
Yeah, you didn't even know it was going to be there, possible. And by the way, I love her work. Go to Katie's Creative Collective, everyone, and like her page and look at those. I have a puppy myself. So seeing those super artistic dog paintings that she does are just like, who wouldn't want one? I think they're phenomenal. So, and so much of the work, and then bringing out creativity in others, and helping them to bring that back into their lives. Like, a lot of us don't take time for that, and how that can impact our lives. So that's so beautiful. Like, you tapping into a purpose that you didn't know was there. I mean, I saw you just, really evolve through that process.
Yeah, I feel like that's the perfect word to like go in not knowing what I wanted to do. You helped me peel back layers, you and your team, to really get down to what was in my heart. And then when I did, I was scared beyond belief. I still am scared, and that's okay. And it's okay to be vulnerable, and it's okay. And people will like you or they won't. And if they don't, then they're not meant for you. So it's okay. And
Yeah.
that is amazing to just even be in that place.
Yeah, not everyone out there in the world has to like all your stuff and has to like you. But when you find this love within and this confidence within, you just get to show up and be you and not care. And I think it's a big lesson for women to get. Like, we don't have to please everyone and be there for everyone, everyone like us to the point that we don't even know who we are anymore. Like, the power is in showing up as your true authentic self and knowing that, like you said, what you have is enough, and what your that is empowerment, right? That's showing up as who you really are and being like sharing your gifts without hiding, getting visible and saying, this is what I have. Maybe it'll impact other people's lives in a positive way.
And just standing strong in your own self, that it's huge.
So was there anything about the program that you got in addition or otherwise, or just different, that really surprised you?
I think the biggest thing that surprised me was the confidence, because um, it has trickled out in every bit of me, like how I interact, how I speak my truth, how I communicate with my family, my immediate family, my husband. It has helped me to not be as much of a people pleaser as I've always been, and that's okay too. So it's just the confidence of being true to myself.
So when you're confident and you're true to yourself and you communicate in a different way that's impacting your relationship with your husband, your daughter, with other relationships in your life, what is the impact on those relationships, or what is the impact for you?
They're much stronger. They're much stronger. So I just feel like it is just being true to you, because even if you say something to someone you love and it's only coming from a place of good, in my experience, then there's more open dialogue of how you guys can be better together, or how this interaction can be better, or how we can all go forward working together better. It can affect everything. But if you're always just people pleasing to what you think you should do to make the situation be okay, that isn't healthy.
And were you, so your relationships are stronger. That's huge. Were you aware that in your confidence stronger? And that's huge. And you didn't know about you didn't even know the confidence was really an issue before. Did you know that you were people pleasing to that extent before you did the program? I don't know. I'm just curious.
I think I always knew I was, but I probably just didn't want to admit it to myself. And now I feel like that's not who I am anymore. Not saying I'm a drastically different person, but to be able to say how you feel and be comfortable if that makes someone else uncomfortable, that's different than just doing whatever to make situations be good.
Right. But then the impact is you don't get that like resentment from within for,
Right.
yeah. And you don't like have that pull, that energy like pulling out your energy, and you get to show up happier in those relationships.
And then you're happier overall because
Yeah.
you're essentially speaking your truth and living your life in truth, like of what's genuinely good in your own heart.
And you know, that's what's so powerful about you and the work that you did here, because it takes a lot of courage to step forward and say, I want to work on myself. Like, really, how many people, there's people out there watching this right now, and thank you for watching. And be honest with yourself, anyone, be honest with yourself. Like, how much do you really say, I want to rise to my higher potential? I want to be my best self for those people I love. Or do we stay in hiding and not take the steps that we know that we want to take? Like, it's like, I just want to give you so much credit for going through a program like this to say, I'm willing to go deeper. I'm willing to go within. I'm willing to sometimes get angry at me, maybe shed the tears, do the laughter, whatever it takes, right?
But it's all of that, and that's what helps you to then be more confident. And I don't know, I just feel completely different in the most positive, wonderful way. Like I just feel so strong in my own skin that I feel like I can do anything. And the thing is, I can if I want to. And before now, I don't feel like I believed in myself in that way. So I'm forever.
That is major. Oh my God, you're so welcome. Thank you for opening up for that. Like being strong in your own skin and feeling like you can do anything. I just love these words. And I know you're so genuine because you would tell me if it weren't that way. Katie's very open and honest. She told me what she thought as we went through. So is there anyone you'd recommend the program to? And if so, what kind of scenario, what kind of person would you recommend this to?
I feel like it is great for someone who's looking to get in and uncover more of what they want in life. More specifically for someone looking to kind of start a small business or already has a business. There's lots of resources, but there's also just this community of other people also trying to do their own business, their own way. And so that collaboration I thought was really helpful. And at first, I just listened because that wasn't where I was at. So for me, it was just listening, but then it was inspiring because I was like, well, if they can do it, I could do something. What can I do? So then it was even more exciting. But I feel like somebody working on finding clarity and confidence in creating a business that serves their heart and soul.
I love that. I'm going to use you for messaging. You're my new copywriter now. Someone finding clarity and confidence to find a business that serves their heart and soul, or to scale. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I would love to be, I think that fits really well with what our mission statement is within our business. So, is there anything else that you want to share, or that someone else should hear, or a woman out there that's suffering, or maybe a little lost, or just even lost in what our next steps are in life, or struggling to build the business? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I've kind of touched on all the things I was thinking that I felt strongly, but I really feel like if you can just trust yourself, and if it feels right, and you feel good and this is the right match, I feel like do a breakthrough session and then see if it feels right. But I feel like you can definitely grow, learn, make lifelong friends. I know I will stay in touch with people for the rest of my life. And
Mm.
it just really helped me be a better version of me. So if you're needing a little push, nudge, or clarity, or the business aspect too, I feel like all of that was what I'm walking away with. So I feel like that would be, if you're in that spot, that would be great.
Can I ask you one last question? I know I didn't tell you I would, but was it scary to invest in yourself?
Yes.
I think it's scary for a lot of women. They're almost scared to do that breakthrough session because, oh, that means I might invest in myself. And I was just wondering if you related to that or had any thoughts about that.
Yes, it's very scary to invest in yourself, but um, if it feels right and you feel like you can make it work, it is well worth it. I am walking away a different person for investing in myself and now believing in myself.
Yeah. I think that's part of where the investing begins too. It's believing in yourself that you are worthy of this investment. And that's
Yeah.
one of the things that's really scary for women. Like, yeah, I get to invest in myself and I'm worthy of investing different amounts. And that's so powerful. So congratulations, Katie. I'm being a graduate. I'm being transformed.
Thank
And
you.
we all absolutely loved having you. And thank you for sharing yourself. We've got people giving you likes and hearts and on the screen. So if you guys like what Katie had to say or anything here was helpful, please do leave a comment or an emoji. We'd love to hear what you thought. It means the world to me and Katie to know that you were here supporting us, and that hopefully our time and our message hit someone in a positive way. So with that, we'll sign out and say thanks again and bye out there.
Bye. Thanks.